Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this little composing video. If you haven't seen part 1, it probably will make more sense if you go back and watch that, but we're going to carry on. I'm going to try and pick the tempo up a little bit now because we've still got an awful lot to do. So where have we got to? Well, we've got to the point where the magician is rubbing his hands, and this is just before the snow will start to fly out of his hands. And he's saying, imagine the chill in the air, the first flake falling gently from the sky. Close your eyes for just a moment and picture it. The way the snowflakes flutter to the ground. So I want to try and get that kind of mood of snowflakes fluttering to the ground. During the break I've sketched out a bit more of a plan, so this is less kind of making up as I'm going along, although there will probably be a certain amount of that. So we just got to here, if you remember. And it needs to lift, it needs to move up. Now we were basically moving around C, we're going to move up to D flat now, and that will give us a little bit of a lift into the next section, hopefully. Let's start with the piano part. So here we go. Right, so it's going to start off with the snowflakes fluttering, and then we're going to start building up to a bigger moment when the snow starts to fly out of his hands on the stage. Before that, let's just focus on snowflakes fluttering. That will work. Let's try it. Here's the starting to build, but not too soon. Give it a little bit of time for those snowflakes to start doing their thing. And then we're going to move up to E flat. Okay, so that cymbal thing in the drums is really helpful. I'm just going to keep that going for a little bit. I think it needs to start becoming a bit more kind of persistent and regular as we're building up. Sorry, I'm still not happy with that. I know what I'm trying to do. Okay, all that effort just for a little bit of cymbal, but it's worth it. Bass guitar now. Of course, all of these parts, as I said before, these are the parts that are being played live, so I'm not worrying too much about their kind of general sound. But we're keeping the bass nice and high. Okay. Okay, here we go, Mr. Bass. It does. I think it does that if I touch the pedal, which is just kind of intuitive. Moving up to D. We're going to move up to E then. I promised you we were going to get to E major in the end, and we are definitely heading in the right direction. Okay, the strings, let's keep our strings tremoloing. Okay, happy with that. I'm just going to copy and paste that. So the violins 2 will play that as well. Gives it a little bit more depth. And now a feature we've already got established is this solo cello line, which really helps to give it a bit of emotion. Let's add him in now too. Okay, we need to look at that a little bit later on. That's okay. The strings are going too loud still in the middle bit here. Okay, I'll repair that a little bit later too. Now, leading us up to that change to E, it's time to bring in some woodwind, I think. crotchet triplets moving against the quaver movement we've got in the piano part there. I think that might work quite well. Quantize to crotchet triplets. BBC Symphony Orchestra again. Let's see if this works. 3, 4. There we go. Thank goodness for the computer. It's sorted out those triplets very nicely for me. And I think clarinet, minor third underneath. Let's try that. Brill. Now we are stepping up to E. Bass player is ahead of me. I think I want to give the bass player a bit more to do now. That was all good, apart from the last bit. As you heard, we are getting to the end now. Here we go, it's the ending bit. 3, 4. That will make a lot more sense in a minute. Okay, so we need that underneath the crotchet triplets. And then we're going to step up to E. Should have recorded this before the crotchet triplets. There we go. That bit that I've just got to is going to be the ending section where everything is kicking off and the snow starts to fall across the auditorium, and we're going to get bigger, quite a lot bigger. Right, yeah, let's go from there. I'm hearing an extra kind of woodwind line in there somewhere. Something like that, maybe? Don't know. Let's try. Something interesting going on the piano there. Just bad playing. There we go. Why not have the clarinet then answering those little, so squeaky clarinet. What's happening here is he's saying, so the snow is starting, has been produced from his hands. Sorry, I couldn't find the words. The snow has started to work in his little trick in his hands, and then he says, but that's just the beginning. What if I told you we could bring a blizzard into this very room? And that's where we've just got to. So the music now needs to really expand, be much bigger, almost not a fanfare, but that kind of bigger feel. The drums are going to kick in with the groove, slightly out of character with the rest of the piece, I suppose, but it's really helping it to build, and adding a nice drum groove at the end of something like this is probably something you can only get away with in panto, really, but hopefully it'll work. So drums, you need to be building too. Poor drummer hasn't had an awful lot to do yet. And then, here we are, we've made our journey all the way to E major. I quite like... we're going to briefly go back to D just to, because we've got one little bit of dialogue to fit in, but this is quite kind of triumphant. Let's add this in. Bass, I need to make sure it's quantized to semiquavers, because we had that little rhythm there going on. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so you can see where we're heading with all of this now. We just need to orchestrate it. That's what it needs when we get to that point. So the tremolo strings were there. They need to jump up and up the octave. Let's just get the string. Yep, okay. Now, violin 2. Oh dear. Doesn't work with the trim, does it? But okay. It does need to come in straight away, I think. Oh my goodness, I have lots of tidying up to do here, I think. Right, percussion-y bits. Okay, I know it's a little bit rough around the edges at the moment, but you're beginning to see the picture really emerge now. Okay, let's add some glockenspiel as well. Something weird going on in that drum part, isn't there? Piano part is really bugging me, but I won't waste your time spending loads of time fiddling about with it. I need to spend a bit of time on that. Sort of nice little scale at the end, just to close the whole thing in the woodwinds. The irony of all of this is that we're thinking about snow and coldness, and I'm recording this on one of the hottest days of the year. It's absolutely boiling in here. So apologies if I'm flagging a little bit, but hopefully you're getting the idea. And if you're still here, congratulations. This has been a bit of a marathon. There it was, a whole bar early, so we can just shift it over. I'm just going to record it again. Sorry, everyone. Beautiful. Let's give the same thing to the clarinet. Perhaps an octave lower. I think the oboe should get in on the action too. Okay, we haven't really thought about brass yet, and it needs it just for a nice triumphant ending. Okay. I'm not sure. This is Tom Hockenberg's brass, by the way. The BBC Symphony Orchestra brass. Just a little bit weedy for this kind of thing, I have found. Just my opinion. But this is really good, apart from the fact it's not a contact instrument. So you just have to have a bit of a different headspace, if that makes any sense. I was in the right bar. Yeah, it's okay. French horn is really good. Okay, let's try this. This isn't, I've just realised this probably isn't me completely playing everything out of time. It's the screen capture, isn't it? It's slowing the system down a little bit. Let's just try that trumpet thing again, because that was pretty awful. Interesting. Sounds like the trumpet player has been down the pub before rehearsals. I will come back and fix that. Oh, sorry, I can't stand that. Which note was it? There you go. Simple click of a button. Don't know, let's try it. We'll put a trombone on the bottom of that chord at the end. I think that was there, wasn't it? Okay, we are getting there. We are getting there. So that last little almost fanfare bit that's building up at the end there. He says, sometimes the most extraordinary things are right here in front of us. All we need to do is believe. And that's the end of the scene. Right. We are kind of pretty much there in a very rough way. I am aware of that, and I will spend some time just tidying a few bits up. It needs a bit of mixing, a bit of pulling together, but as an idea, as a first start on a scene like this, I'm quite pleased with that, actually. There are other ways you could approach this too. Maybe this is a bit too serious for Panto. Not sure. I'm sure you have thoughts, and do let me know. But as a little scene, I'm quite pleased with that as a starting point. So that's where I think we shall leave it today. I will do a third video once I've tidied it all up, mixed it a little bit more and better, and I will put the whole thing together so you can see the finished product. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's been great to have your company this afternoon, even though it's really hot and this has been quite a marathon. It's been great to have you along, and if you could do all of the usual YouTube things of liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your time. I hope it hasn't been too laborious, but I hope it's been quite interesting along the way. See you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.